Welcome back to Growing with Taylor. This is the first ever actual YouTube video. Today I'll be going over the do's and don'ts and kind of trial and errors that I had. I'll also show you a little bit of my setup. So I've been doing this for a few years and I've tried so many different methods that it's getting a little crazy at this point. I am in zone 6A and I have 120 plants now that has survived past its seedling mark. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. And the reason I started these so early is because I failed so many times over the years. I had different seedling kits, different lights. Every time something had went wrong, until this year, something went right. One year I had an outbreak throughout the kit. One year they got really leggy or stringy, however you want to call it. And then they died off. Another year I had seeds that just didn't take. And then this year, something different happened. I got a seedling kit that had these lights on strapped to the top of it, and then I was able to transplant them into these 3-inch pots. Let's grab this one here, like this. And for some reason, it worked out really well. And I was only using distilled water or pure water, however you want to call it. That's all I was using. And with that, they turned out really well, and now some of the challenges that I am facing is where in the heck am I going to put all these plants? Because in about 10 weeks is our projected last frost, and by then it's still going to be a little too cold to get them outside, and I still have to go through the hardening process. And my garden does hold a few hundred plants, however I don't need 90 pepper plants and 90 vegetable plants. And these aren't your normal varieties. Some of the varieties in this stand does include wax melon, snake beans that grow a yard long, 10 different types of super hot peppers, and some other fun things as well. So what I've done here is I took them from the growing kits into these trays, got them all labeled. This rack itself costs about 120 bucks on Amazon. It only comes with 4 lights. However, I've been adding extra lights from my other grow kits to allow more lighting. And then, as well as the soil I'm using is just a seed mix, like a coconut fiber mix. And then I have been slowly fertilizing them and slowly introducing tap water. I think this will help them as they go outside. Since we are in well water, there are some different minerals that are in tap water versus like city water and stuff like that from what I've heard. Not really sure. But all right, moving on to here. I'm gonna do a quick voiceover. In this top tray here, I have a lot of my peppers just due to I have a larger light on top, and they are a little bit smaller plants at the moment. Like I said, a lot of these are super hots from Refining Hot Chilies. Really great website. I've ordered off them for years and never done me wrong. Now we're starting to get into my vegetable plants. Like I said, some of these are out of the norm, like a jelly melon's really cool to grow. The yard long beans and cucumbers I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this year. And then also I have some sunflower seeds I threw in my tray just because they didn't take last year, but for some reason, of course, they took now. And that's another challenge I'm gonna have, is trying to find a home for all this stuff. Also, I do have a few more trays with plants in them that I'm not sure what to do with, so they're just kind of hanging out in there. And with all my lighting, I do have all these cords here on the side. The white one's for the big light up top. That one's not an automatic turn on or off. However, the other two do have switches, so they do run for about 12 hours a day, and they turn themselves off. At the moment, I have them turned on every morning, and that works fine. Now we're gonna get into this video here. Hope you enjoy.
A little
this is my garden from last
update on
year.
the garden here. I'm waiting for the sprinkler to move so I don't get too wet. There we are. So, turn this off. Lots of flowers for our summer squash. The grapes I'm having issues with still. Pumpkins have gone crazy. We have a big flower down here. It's gonna turn into a pumpkin. And some other little ones down in there. I've already pulled about 12 or 13 peppers from the garden. See they're starting to vine out. But I do have some new ones coming in here. A lot more over here. Some more banana peppers are coming in, which is very nice. There's some big ones over there. Got some nice bell peppers coming in over here. Some other more sweet peppers. It looks like I got a nice flower on my raspberry bush, or what's left of a bush. These flowers coming in nice. Strawberries, lots of strawberries. I've already picked a lot of them. It looks like we got some new ones coming in. That's a good one there. Carrots are doing pretty good. They're coming in nicely. Onions are doing their onion thing. Radishes, they're getting tall and thick. I'm about to come in here and pull some of these today. I don't know if any of them are ready, but no. The beans are getting tall. Potatoes are up to my neck now, so that's cool. Tomatoes. I did string a lot of these up yesterday. Oh, those are loofah gourds coming in, so I gotta get those planted here soon. But you see I strung up some of the tomatoes. And we did have quite a few flower, like these guys here. There's some more flowers. Those are supposed to be sunflowers. I don't see any tomatoes yet. So, still waiting on those to come in. Got a nice summer squash down in there. I thought there's a few more, but maybe not. I gotta start figuring these guys out. This one's a cucumber, or 2 cucumbers. What we got? Oh, cayenne peppers. Those are coming in nicely. There's another bell pepper. There's 2 bell peppers right there. Nice. Yeah. That guy has a little tail on him. Anyways, that's your weekend update.